I won every single option trade this year, and I want to show you exactly how, because it was done with one simple trick. So you can see all of the trades over here. And this is actually simpler than you think. So it's basically goes down to don't wait for the fire and just run away when you smell smoke. Or I guess another way you can call it is, it's always better to be safe than sorry with the stock or with the stock market or with the market or with trading in general. And this is really the only thing that have worked for me over the years. So I will always exit positions if there is a chance, even a small chance for volatility to increase significantly. And it is very, very important. Basically, this is the key to keep positions, it's a key to keep the position small and uncorrelated if you have different positions to begin with. So small is really important because you can really fix a bad small position, but you cannot do anything if your position size is too big and you don't have any margin left on your account, or you just don't have enough liquidity in your account to do any kind of adjustments to the positions or do anything with a position. You're just kind of hoping it's going to be okay, which is definitely not a recipe for success. So this is specifically when I closed my positions this year because of potential volatility, just so you kind of get what I mean by potential volatility, and then I'll go over a few more examples. So at the end of January, Trump announced he will impose tariffs on I think it was either February 1st or at the beginning of February. So I closed everything I had right at the end of January, just because of it. I don't know how the tariffs will affect the commodities or my positions. They might affect them, they might not affect them. I just don't know. What I do know is this is a potential big event that can really spike volatility. And what happened here? Well, not much happened on February. Very little happened. The positions would have been fine, right? So I was wrong, right? And this is okay. You will be, if you follow this approach, you will be wrong many, many times. And this is not the point of being right, because it's good enough that you are right just once, as you will see. This is what will save your account. So here, sure, I made some money on my positions. I could have made more money, or you can always make more money. That's, and then that's not the point in trading. Yeah, right. Then I opened positions when the tariffs were paused on February 3rd, I believe, and until March, right? So Trump, I think he paused the tariffs or postponed them for 30 days on Canada and Mexico. So then until March at least, and then I closed all my position at the end of February, right at February 28th, because again, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he will announce something a bit differently that can affect my new positions, right? It's very unpredictable, especially with Trump, right? So you want to stay safe with this stuff. And then I did not trade in March because the tariffs were ongoing, and I only opened positions in April when Trump announced the 90-day tariff pause. So only then. So basically for a month and a half, I did not trade. I was just buying treasury bills, making a bit of money that way. And I was looking as the whole market was burning down basically, and people were really hurting, because there are a lot of people who ahead of April, I think it was 2nd, when Trump came up with all the tariffs on all the different countries, a lot of people still had a bunch of positions open, and I don't see any possible reason, unless you buy options or like buy a strangle where you will profit from volatility expansion. I don't see why would you keep any short position, anything, doesn't matter, stock option, or if it's stock options or commodities. And the fact is that everything got affected on April 2nd. The prices went crazy. Doesn't matter if it went up or down. There was volatility. Most things went down pretty crazy, pretty much. And a lot of people lost a lot of money simply by just, I'm not sure, maybe a lot of people didn't know about April 2nd, but I'm sure if people are trading actively, they know what's going on in the economy. The same way, I just kind of log in and you can't really get away from it because everyone kind of talks about it. But some people just kind of just stayed in the market, right? So, and this cost people half of their account, some people all of their account, right? So I obviously avoided this whole thing just because I'm just following my approach of being safe than sorry, and you have to approach. And these are two more examples from recent years that apply closer to specific commodities. And it's not that complicated, really. You just need to be disciplined to close the positions and just wait patiently. That's the only special skill you need to have. Otherwise, it's not any special analysis skills that you need to have, not at all. So the other examples, and this is from my own trading, I closed a copper position in March of 2024. I was maybe up like 10% on the position, and I closed it when there was a report of a potential copper mine collapse in Chile. So this was one or the biggest copper mine in the world. I think it was one of the biggest, and there was reports came out that it collapsed. Nobody knew the extension of the collapse, right? And the price shot up like crazy, and by default my positions are really, really wide, so I'm usually filtering out most of the noise. So here, when the price shot up, my position was after the price shot up, my position was about 10%. And I just know from experience, I've been doing it for over 9 years at this point. I know that this is some serious news, and if something really serious happens, then this is game over. And I'll show you this trade actually on the graph here. Let me show it right here. So if you go onto the graph, let's just type in copper right here, and we go. So it happened right here. So this is when it happened, and then the reports kept coming out in the coming days, and yes, the mine did collapse, and you can see the price shot up, because if the mine collapsed, it means that we have lower supply basically, and the price just shot up like crazy, right? And some people, especially traders that don't just have a stop loss or anything of that, or they don't have a plan of action in case things go sideways, could have lost everything here really easily if you just don't follow these simple rules. And this is the reality of trading. Obviously, there's some risk involved. So the second kind of example is I closed a ZW position in April of 2024 once a report came out that Russia might not renew the grain deal with Ukraine. So basically, Russia was allowing Ukraine ships to export wheat and other grains. It was part of the agreement, even though they are in conflict. Then Russia came out and said that they might not renew this agreement, which was expiring very soon. So this is pretty big news, right? This is not a joke. This can really affect the supply. And let's see here, was it right here? I believe it was right here in April. So this is a position I was in for a very long time, and again, this position was up very, very little. I opened it right over here. It was up by very, very little, and then this is when Russia announced they might not renew the agreement, right? So exit the position right away, and they ended up renewing the agreement, but before that the price shot up all the way up, right? So, and this is major events that can and a lot of times will cause volatility. And this is how I am still in the game, how I make a living trading, because I'm very patient and I just follow the simple rule where you better be safe than sorry with the market, because the market will punish you if you will try to be greedy or hopeful. This is the most important thing that kind of keeps me in the game. And obviously staying small, uncorrelated is also very important, and having general knowledge of seasonality and whatnot also helps definitely. But this is really important, and only just using this trick you can really do really well in trading. But most people are more greedy. They kind of avoid this simple logical kind of risk management, and they end up paying for it dearly. So this is it about this video. It's pretty quick. Hopefully it was really useful. I think this is somewhat of a unique look, and hopefully you think so as well, and it was or gave you some value. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to join my free Discord. It's private. Just email me below. Or if you want to join my academy, trade with me, learn with me, there's absolutely no cost for it. It's all performance based. So it should be pretty good experience as well. Thank you so much, and I will catch you in the next one.